Exclusive, we're hearing from a 20-year-old woman who police believe is the victim of an attempted abduction. It happened Wednesday afternoon near 22nd Avenue South and Ocean Boulevard when the woman says 3 men pulled up in a van and tried to abduct her. Since then, Myrtle Beach police have released this sketch of one of 3 suspects in the case. Here's a look at one man police are looking for. And tonight, the woman who was able to fight off her attackers is speaking out in an interview you'll only see here on WMBF News. Reporter Mark Meredith has the story.
Imagine walking along Ocean Boulevard and 3 men who you don't know come up in a van and try to pull you in. That's what 20-year-old Randa Massey says happened to her Wednesday, and now she's talking to WMBF News, hoping others can learn from the nightmare that she's faced.
Before I could turn around, one male had me around the waist and one by the arm and trying to pull me into his van.
Her dad calls her brave. Some would simply call her lucky. Just days after Randa Massey says 3 men in a van tried to abduct her here along Ocean Boulevard, she takes us to the area. She says it all happened.
Well, it happened so fast. Like, there was no time to really scream. Like, I'm surprised I reacted in time, to be honest. It was just so fast.
She got away, but not without a fight. Randa says if she hadn't fought back, things would have turned out differently.
It's hard to imagine what would have happened. They would have hurt. I imagine they would have hurt me. They could have been raped. And I don't think they would have ever found me, to be honest. Because
of Randa's willingness to fight, police have been able to develop this sketch of one of the suspects in the case. The location of the abduction has also sparked interest because of its proximity to another case.
Hey, Brett.
What?
New York teen Brittany Drexel disappeared back in April of 2009, just blocks from where Wednesday's attempted abduction took place. And since April of last year, Brittany hasn't been seen or heard from as police continue to try and figure out exactly what happened. In this situation, however, Myrtle Beach police have yet to say whether or not the 2 cases are related. Back out on Ocean Boulevard, Randa explains what happened after she fought off her attackers.
I was kind of shocked. I just looked around for a second to see if anyone was around, and then I just hightailed back to the hotel.
Randa's father says other people need to learn from this as well, as his daughter's reaction to fight back could have saved her life. We've put more of our interview with Randa on our website, WMBFnews.com. Meanwhile, police continue to seek the public's help with this case. Anyone with information is being asked to come forward. In the studio, Mark Meredith, WMBF. What happened?
Well, I'd come down here to the mini-mart to get some sunglasses for my dad, and as I was walking back, a blue van just crept up behind me, like, out of nowhere. And the next thing I knew, I hear a noise behind me. And before I could turn around, one male had me around the waist and one by the arm and trying to pull me into his van. As my reaction, I just threw an elbow and hit him in the face. And he was rubbing his eyes and he said, "Come on, man, let's just go." And they continued on south.
It was the 2 guys in the back of the van and 1 driver then?
Yes.
Okay, so we had 3 people overall. Why you? I mean, you're walking down here, but there's people, we see people walking here all the time. Why do you think they targeted you?
I think any alone young female could be at risk. I think you should always be aware of your surroundings. Never be alone. Young girls are at risk. There's mean people in the world. Just do bad things to you if you're not careful.
What do you think would have happened if they had gotten you in that van?
It's hard to imagine what would have happened. They would have hurt. I imagine they would have hurt me. They could have been raped, and I don't think they would have ever found me, to be honest.
You think you'd be gone forever?
I think no one would have seen me again.
So now, your dad and I were talking on, I guess it was Thursday, and he was telling me that you just got to the store to go get sunglasses, but you were going to meet with somebody, but something happened where, like, the hallways missed each other in the hallway, which is, it happens. A huge resort, things like this. What are you going to do differently in the future? Is there anything is it just an honest-to-God's mistake, or what can you do differently?
It was a mistake that happened in my situation, but in the future, I just always make sure I have a parent, a friend, or just anybody with me. It's not safe to be alone if you're just a young female or any young child, just to be with somebody, and always be aware of your surroundings.
So what's the next step? I mean, you got to meet with the police, they put out the sketch that was there of the suspect of one of the guys. What comes next for you?
Just try to enjoy the rest of my vacation and go home and try to put it behind me. And hope it doesn't happen to anybody else.